How do? Right, today's job is to change this handle for the one that's on the Viking Winchester pan. I don't have any square bar, so I have some round, which I'll just draw down to a square, put the twists on. I'm going to be lazy and I'm just going to cut it off and then just weld a new one on, just because. So right, we'll buzz that off. I'll use this as a bit of a guide for how long I want the handle. It's going to be drawn out so it's flattened a bit there. Then I'm going to have the twists and then the loop. Right, let's crack on. Right then, I've flattened that one end and I've squared off about 6 inches worth, slight touch in the middle, so I've just quenched that off, and now I'm going to do the same to the other side. Right, so flattened that end and that end, so I've squared off 6 inches or so there, which leaves it was about 6 inches or so there. So it started off at just over 25 inches, now it's just over 27 inches. So I've gained 2 inches, which is a lot for some people. I'm just going to make a mark there, and I'm going to try and do a subtle twist for the loop before I do the tighter twists for there. So I need to concentrate on that bit, so I can't be bothered to faff on with the camera. So I'll show you how I get on. Right, I decided that I couldn't be arsed actually twist the middle bit. I've got a different idea, so I've actually done one twist on one side. I've got the metal in, heating up the other end, so I'll twist in the opposite direction, and I'll show you what I'm going to do with the ring bit in a minute. I managed to fit in an action shot after all. Which way did I do it? I can't remember now. It's going to go that way. Make your mind up. Yeah! Yeah, that's right. I can't remember how many twists I did, so I'll just do it till it looks similar. Yeah, that looks similar. Where's my brush? Oh, there's another one there. That's about, nope, it's gone limp. It's never happened to us before. Right, I just need to get that straightened up, and then what I'm actually going to do with the middle bit is I'll get the ring loop bit, and then I'm going to flatten it down a little bit, and then I can stick my maker's mark on. So right, I need this anvil now, so I need to move you. Right, I've cooled off each end because I want to be able to hold them, so I'm going to put the middle bit in. So I've actually pulled the angle iron forwards a bit, and then I'm just going to pull it around this so it's roughly round, and then I've got something somewhere which is really round, just to sort of kind of drift it the shape. Make sense? Right. Right, here's hoping the end's on so hot that I set fire to my gloves. It's a bit dull, but it's a bit wonky, so hammer. There you go. So let's see if I can bend them in a little bit more. Not quite. See if I can unbend it a bit. Nope. Bit more heat. Right, I've got it straightened up a little bit. I'm just going to flatten the ring piece. Diggity. Nothing like a flat ring piece to see you through the day. There you go. That's looking alright. I think what I'm going to do that bit just a little bit bigger so I can fit the maker's mark on. That I think will do it. So what I need to do now is, well, stick the mark on, but quench that end, and then these bits just need a little bit of touching up. So, right, a little bit more heat, stick my mark on. Right, nearly there. I think it might be a little bit small for it, but about there, I think. Hey. Where's the camera? Come on, camera. Can you? Oh, cameras. Where's the camera? There you go. Yeah, there you go. Close enough. Right. Aye. Right. That's okay. I'm happy enough with that. I just need to get this bit done. Right. I've tidied. Is that? Yes, that's hot. Just tidied up the insides a bit, so when they actually fit together, hold on, so when they go together they'll just be that little bit more flush, like so. What What I think I'll do is put a little sneaky tack weld behind. Yeah, gloves are steaming. Just so that all nips that up nicely. I'll give it a wire brush up. Actually no, I need to get that shaped first. See how it looks on the pan. Then I'll clean it up and then I'll weld it on. Or something like that. Not necessarily in that order. I know what I'm doing. Right, I've had a look at the drawing of the original, and it seems that this balls, man. This bit doesn't actually bend much. It comes straight out, more or less, like that, on an angle. So what I think I'm going to do, just so that it's still not sort of handle heavy, I'm going to trim that down a little bit, tidy it up, just so I think it's going to blend in there a bit better. Stick a couple of tacks on, see how it sits, and see how it looks. Well, and then see how it looks. Right. And balls. It seems that my overconfidence was me undoing, because I've overhandled myself. So looks like the original handle size is about that, but the original pan size is about 12 inches. So as soon as I let go, right, and I don't think trimming it off there is actually going to make that much of a difference. I do have some much smaller actual square bar, which yeah, I could do, but I kind of like that handle, unless I actually make a bigger pan. Right, looks like I'm going to have to make a bigger pan, so I'm going to cut that off, make smaller handles. Didn't want that handle to go on anyway. Right then, just imagine that I'd made the same handle but smaller, but 3 times, and that's what I've done. So partial success. It's leaning a little bit, so what I'm going to do is just cut a little bit more off, and that does need to be on a steeper angle. So right, let's try again. And just when I'm putting finishing touches on, and finally one completed handle, despite having a grinder die on us. Just want a final wire brush inside, then I'm going to season it and christen it with bacon. But what's better than one pan? Ta-da! That's a keeper, that's for sale, that's for sale, and I've actually got another one to finish off, which is somewhere else. So whee, grand job. Right, I'll have to go and buy another grinder now. Well, I couldn't resist it. I had to jazz the handles up. And that other one that was in the house, ta-da! Right, this one's for a vegetabilianist who doesn't eat real food, so I'll season that with WD-40 and melted plastic. Should be fine. Right, I think I'll give them a scrub, get them seasoned, and I'm going to christen mine.